Listen to me carefully, because this is going to hit you harder than life already has. You're broke, tired, lost, and the reason isn't because the world is unfair, it's because you're unfocused. You scroll your life away, wasting hours on things that will never build you, never feed your family, never buy your freedom. Every second you're distracted, someone else is outworking you, someone else is building, someone else is taking the life you dream about. You keep saying you want success, but your actions prove otherwise. You dream about money, but you don't focus on money. You dream about freedom, but you don't focus on discipline. You want the mansion, the car, the respect, but you can't even focus long enough to build one skill that will take you there. Life doesn't reward wishes. It rewards obsession. It rewards those who lock in, cut off the noise, and focus until success has no choice but to surrender. Stay focused or stay broke, that's the reality, and if that hurts you, good. It means you needed to hear it. Discipline is the silent force that shapes destiny, while distraction is the thief that robs you of your potential. Every single day, you wake up with two choices. Focus on building the life you want or give in to the noise that pulls you away. Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they give their energy to pointless activities that provide temporary comfort instead of lasting reward. They scroll through endless feeds, they binge, watch, they gossip, they chase temporary highs while their dreams rot in the background. Discipline doesn't care about comfort, it demands sacrifice. It demands that you do what you must, even when you don't feel like it. If you're waiting for motivation, you'll lose because motivation dies. Discipline is what makes you wake up, get to work, shut out distractions, and repeat it every single day until success bows to you. Distraction is seductive because it gives you small hits of pleasure without the pain of effort. But every moment you surrender to distraction, you trade progress for comfort, and comfort is the enemy of greatness. Discipline over distraction means looking at your phone and putting it down, looking at your excuses and burning them, looking at your laziness and killing it. It's not about working hard one day, it's about becoming someone who chooses growth every single moment. When your friends are wasting hours on meaningless entertainment, you're sharpening your mind, building your body, stacking your money. While they're living for temporary laughs, you're setting yourself up to live a life they can only dream about. Discipline makes you invisible in the beginning, but powerful in the end. Nobody notices the grind, but everyone notices the results. The truth is, distractions are everywhere, and the world is designed to keep you weak, unfocused, and broke. Social media, video games, TV shows, gossip, it's all created to suck your time and energy because time is the most valuable currency you have. Discipline is the decision to take back your time and spend it on building your empire instead of wasting it on illusions. When you master discipline, you learn to silence the noise of the world. You don't just work when it's easy, you work when it's hard. You don't just focus when you feel like it, you focus because you demand more from yourself. Discipline turns average men into warriors and warriors into legends. Discipline over distraction is the mindset that says, I refuse to be controlled by impulses. I refuse to let my mind be hijacked by cheap dopamine hits. I refuse to let distractions dictate my destiny. Most people give up on their dreams, not because they're impossible, but because distractions stole their focus and drained their energy until they had nothing left. Discipline keeps you in the fight when others tap out. It keeps you consistent when others quit. It keeps you building when others are crumbling. Every small action of discipline compounds over time, and soon the gap between you and everyone else becomes unbridgeable. They'll wonder how you did it, but you'll know. You simply stayed locked in while they got lost. The difference between discipline and distraction is the difference between wealth and poverty, strength and weakness, power and regret. Every time you pick discipline, you step closer to freedom. Every time you pick distraction, you chain yourself tighter to mediocrity. The world respects the disciplined because results cannot be faked. You can fake motivation, you can fake effort for a short time, but you cannot fake consistency. Discipline makes you unstoppable because it doesn't rely on mood, it relies on commitment. When you live by discipline, you don't chase pleasure, you chase purpose. You don't chase entertainment. You chase growth. You don't chase validation. You chase results. Distraction is easy. Discipline is hard. But easy will leave you broke, while hard will make you unstoppable. Obsession is the fire that burns inside you when everyone else is sleeping, when everyone else is distracted, when everyone else has already quit. It's not interest. It's not a hobby. It's not a phase. Obsession is the state where your goal consumes your mind and nothing else matters until you reach it. Ordinary people fear obsession because they don't understand its power. They see it as unhealthy or extreme, but greatness is never built on moderation. The man who is obsessed will always crush the man who is interested. Interest quits when it gets hard, obsession keeps going. Interest gives up after rejection, obsession sees rejection as fuel. Interest is about comfort, obsession is about transformation. If you want to change your life completely, you cannot flirt with your goals. You must marry them, bleed for them, sacrifice for them, until obsession becomes the only language you speak. Obsession creates transformation because it forces you to live differently. When you are obsessed, your habits change, your schedule changes, your environment changes, your entire identity shifts. You no longer move like the rest of the world because your vision doesn't allow it. You wake up earlier, you stay up later, you read when others waste time, you work when others party, you train when others relax. Obsession strips away the unnecessary and leaves only the essential. You stop caring about distractions, you stop caring about people's opinions, you stop caring about anything that doesn't serve your mission, and this is where the transformation begins. You don't just achieve goals, you become a different person, a stronger person, a relentless person. Obsession builds a new version of you that cannot be broken, cannot be stopped, cannot be denied. That transformation is priceless. Most people live lukewarm lives because they fear intensity. They want success, but they want balance more. They want freedom, but they want comfort more. They want greatness, but they want to fit in more. Obsession destroys balance. Obsession destroys comfort. Obsession destroys mediocrity, and that's why it transforms. When you dedicate your entire soul to a vision, it rewires your brain, it sharpens your focus, it eliminates doubt. You stop asking what if, and you start demanding what's next. People will call you crazy, they will laugh, they will doubt, but they won't understand the transformation happening inside you. Every day of obsession adds another layer of strength, another layer of skill, another layer of resilience until you become unrecognizable. That is the price of transformation, and only the obsessed are willing to pay it. Obsession creates transformation because it pushes you past your limits. Ordinary effort produces ordinary results, but obsession forces you to do what most people will never do. It's the extra hours, the extra sets, the extra calls, the extra studying, the extra sacrifices. It's what happens when everyone else says enough, and you say more. Transformation doesn't come from doing what's comfortable. It comes from breaking the barriers that hold you back and stepping into the pain most people run from. Obsession gives you the fuel to go through that pain and come out stronger. It makes you dangerous. It makes you powerful. It makes you capable of things that used to feel impossible. Transformation isn't magic. It's obsession channeled into relentless action until reality bends in your favor. The reason obsession transforms you is because it doesn't allow you to live in two worlds. You either give everything or you give nothing. There's no halfway with obsession. And when you give everything, when you burn every bridge behind you, when you sacrifice comfort, excuses, and weakness, you force yourself into growth. You can't stay the same when you live obsessed. It's impossible. The man who gives half effort remains the same. The man who gives total effort becomes unrecognizable. Obsession doesn't just change what you achieve, it changes who you are. It breaks the old version of you down and rebuilds you into someone sharper, tougher, smarter, more resilient. That is why obsession creates transformation, because it doesn't just change your life, it changes your identity forever. The truth is simple but brutal. Life is a war, and only the disciplined and obsessed survive it. Distraction will steal your future, laziness will rob your destiny, and comfort will kill your dreams. Discipline is the shield that protects you. Obsession is the sword that builds you. And together they create the transformation that separates the winners from the losers. Most people will stay broke not because they didn't have a chance, but because they couldn't stay focused long enough to seize it. You must refuse to live like them. You must rise above the noise, silence the excuses, and lock in with laser focus until your goals become your reality. Discipline makes you consistent. Obsession makes you unstoppable, and both will carry you to a life most can only fantasize about. Stay focused or stay broke. It's your choice, and no one else can make it for you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for giving your time, and thank you for having the courage to hear the truth. Now it's on you to act, to grind, to fight, and to rise. Stay strong, stay disciplined, stay obsessed. Your future self is watching, your family is counting on you, and your destiny is waiting. God bless you, and may you never let distractions steal the greatness you were born to achieve.